Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's great to be here today, and it's great to be talking about something that's really good for the community. We've had a very challenging time, I think we all recognize, in 2020, from COVID-19 to the economic tsunami, to all of the fights for racial justice in our community. I think it's also important for us, though, to celebrate some of the work that's being done in the community. And I think that this location is such a fitting demonstration of resiliency and a community that is fighting back after it has seen challenges. And we all know what happened in the summer of 2016 with the unrest that we saw in this community. And what we saw at that time, though, is we saw a number of individuals who stepped forward in a truly extraordinary way and said, we're going to take this and we are going to have the Phoenix rise from the ashes. And that's literally what has happened here. The Sherman Phoenix has risen from the ashes. And I have to give just a tremendous amount of credit to Julie and Joanne, who are the two women who really did this. We'll be hearing from Jan, who's also been very much involved in this in a little bit. But one of the things I've said over and over again, if you want to have something done well, have a woman do it. If you want to have something done spectacularly, have 2 or 3 women do it. And that's exactly what happened here. So we're celebrating today. We're celebrating some work that's been done by the Department of Public Works in a couple of different areas. As you can tell, there's a lot of traffic here along Fond du Lac, and we want this to be a pedestrian-friendly neighborhood. We want people to be able to walk to this incredible location in a safe manner. And so Jeff Polensky and his team at the Department of Public Works decided that they were going to make this more pedestrian-friendly. So you can see right here to my south, you can see some of the work that was done by pushing out the curb cuts, by making it a shorter walk across Fond du Lac, again, which is a very, very busy street, to make it safer for people to be here. So, Jeff, to you and your team, I want to say thank you very, very much for everything you've done. That has been tremendous. In addition to that, we are on this beautiful patio here, and that's another demonstration, I think, of what happens when the community comes together and businesses come together and individuals work together to improve a setting. And I'm very, very pleased at the work that's been done with that. So I'm happy to be joined by Jeff Polensky and his staff, who did a great job. I'm also very, very happy to introduce our newest city employee, the Commissioner of City Development, Lafayette Crump. Let's give him a round of applause. Jan Anderson is here, the General Manager of Sherman Phoenix, Angela Mallet, owner of Honeybee Sage Wellness and Apothecary, and Antonio Butts, representing Walnut Way and Blue Skies, and you'll hear from all 3 of them. In addition, we have numerous community partners, including Julie Kaufman, Mabel Lamb, Executive Director of the Sherman Park Neighborhood Association. As I said, Sherman Phoenix opened in 2018, again, following the unrest we saw in 2016. And there are now more than 25 businesses here. This building has been a huge generator, bringing the community together as a hub of businesses and culture. With increased pedestrian traffic and concerns of reckless driving, we wanted to build upon this investment by improving our public space. So we did what anybody would do. We teamed up with Sherman Phoenix, other businesses, neighborhood residents, and Alderman Rainey, who all shared their input. The Department of Public Works led this effort to create a comprehensive design to improve pedestrian safety. As I mentioned, we've got these islands that have now created curb extensions. This helps improve pedestrian visibility and creates a barrier for drivers who try to pass on the right. New ADA crosswalks that enhance the visibility of crossing locations were also installed. And the overall operation of the roadway was improved with 3 intersections being reconfigured at a 90-degree angle, allowing motorists and pedestrians to see oncoming cars. This project is a prime example of our ongoing efforts to implement our Complete Streets policy. It's a policy that I signed into law in 2018 after it was unanimously approved by the Common Council. Complete Streets considers all ages and abilities regardless of their mode of transportation, most notably pedestrians. With this project, we were certainly mindful of the overall vibrancy of the neighborhood. The city's Environmental Collaboration Office hired the Blue Sky Landscaping Company of Walnut Way to do the design and installation of landscaping for beautification of Fond du Lac Avenue. So I want to thank Eric, and I want to thank everybody from Blue Sky as well. Other improvements were done in coordination with the city's street project. MMSD and Fund for Lake Michigan bellied up to the bar, and they directly contributed to this beautiful green infrastructure project you see at the entrance. So, as I mentioned, this has happened because of so much community involvement. And I want to begin by bringing up Antonio Butts from Walnut Way Blue Skies to talk a little bit about his involvement. Antonio?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Antonio Butts, Executive Director of Walnut Way Conservation Corporation. Really grateful to be here. We're really grateful to have this opportunity. Almost 8 years ago now, Walnut Way started its social enterprise, the Blue Skies Landscaping Program. And the program was primarily centered on focus on creating employment opportunities for men in the neighborhood near Lindsay Heights, not too far from downtown Milwaukee. So in partnership on this particular project, we've been able to help transform the streetscape and the entryway here at the Phoenix into a beautiful gathering space for residents here in the Sherman Park neighborhood. And so it's also a great model of stormwater management for the area. So as the mayor was pointing out, if you look at the design features on this side and both that side of the west side of the street, you see how it all ties in together. And so also with this opportunity, it gave our program an opportunity to operate as the prime contractor on this project. So we've been a concierge to the owners of the project. We've also been responsible for selecting all of the subcontractors. And we know how important that is for small businesses within the community to be able to lead projects to create employment opportunities and business opportunities for other small businesses in the area. And so again, as the mayor pointed out, in partnership with the City of Milwaukee's Department of Public Works, Forestry, Streets and Parking, and of course, the Environmental Collaboration Office, an investment was made in this area to continue the transformation. And that's a key part of our mission, to sustain transformation not only in Lindsay Heights, where we do most of our work, but across the entire community through our landscaping operation. So with that being said, we are truly grateful for this opportunity. It gave 15 of our 16 staff people an opportunity to come on this site and perform on this project, build their capacity and development in the trades, and we look forward to being able to lead other projects as a prime contractor and continue to build the base of small businesses in the city of Milwaukee. Thank you.
Good afternoon and welcome to Sherman Phoenix. My name is Jan Anderson. I am the general manager here at Sherman Phoenix, and I just want to say thank you for everyone being here for the official unveiling of two major projects that have had an important impact in our community. First, I just want to thank everyone that had a hand in providing a safer intersection for not only our community and our neighborhood, but for pedestrians and motorists that come to visit our lovely Sherman Phoenix property. And we also want to congratulate everyone that had a part, our leadership team, Julie Kaufman, Joanne Saphir, Clyde Anderson, and Jesse Tobin, for making sure that this project of our green infrastructure space was completed in the fashion unheard of. Everyone that was a part of this, that worked on this particular infrastructure, worked around the clock. And I want to say thank you to all of our tenants and our customers that worked with us as we went through all of the construction in the midst of winter, in the midst of our 1-year anniversary celebration. There's a lot going on, but everyone stuck with us. And to have this infrastructure, especially in the front, and to have a safer walkway for our pedestrians, it means so much to this community. Who doesn't love this space? And it's more reason to love Sherman Phoenix. It gives us curb appeal, it gives us elegance, and it gives us the kind of exposure that we deserve in this community. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that had a hand in making plans into reality. And I want to introduce Angela Mallow, which is one of our tenants here. She's the owner of Honeybee Sage Wellness and Apothecary, and she's going to share a few words.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for hosting this event to unveil the beautiful works that have been in place over the last few months or so. Very excited to see this happening. When we began talking about the planning and the infrastructure of the Sherman Phoenix, we did have conversations in those meetings about creating this space. I am an herbalist, owner of Honeybee Sage Wellness and Apothecary, as Jan said, and so I have a very special connection to this space as it is a green space, and there are some plants that are growing here that are very familiar to the honeybees in the apothecary. We have echinacea here that's in one of our blends that is really supportive in helping to boost the immune system. So it's very important to me that in being in the apothecary and having packaged blends and herbs that come in already processed, to be able to point people back to the earth where these things come from. I think it's very important to make those connections, because as we look outside of ourselves and see the beauty of the herbs that they grow naturally in the environment, it makes a different connection for us and connects us and grounds us in our humanity and also in our connection to the earth, which is abundant and rich with all types of things that can help us maintain our health and wellness. So not only is it just beautiful to behold with the eyes, it's also a very beautiful space in which we can grow and cultivate herbal medicine. There are a couple other plants around us, yarrow that's growing just over the way, and some sage, and we sell a lot of sage in the vault. So one of my goals as the owner of Honeybee Sage Wellness and Apothecary is at some point to promote myself to moving out into the world and being able to really show and document for people who live in the city who don't have as much access or exposure to the beauty of nature and the things that are growing in abundance for our health and well-being, to show and make that connection, hopefully to cultivate a greater appreciation for things as they grow naturally in our environment. So I want to say a special sentiment of thanks to everyone who took part in making this a reality. It definitely was a plan that was in place, I think, from the very beginning, and so it's really awesome to be in this space a year and a half later to see it come to fruition. Thank you all so much.
Well, I think you can see why we're so excited here. With partners like this, we are bound to be successful. And again, we all know that this is a challenging time even for Sherman Phoenix, but we're confident that the businesses will do well here as we bring our economy back. And we're going to do a virtual ribbon cutting here. So everybody make believe you got your scissors. And on 3, we'll cut. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Great job. Great job. Thank you very much. Thank you all for being here.